Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jaden, and I just finished my first year as a mechanical engineering student at the University of Sheffield. And in this video, I'm going to be going over a few ways that I manage my money in university. One of the most normal ways for people to store money is in a bank account, and the bank I chose to go with is HSBC. The reason I chose HSBC is because it's an international bank, and I thought make it easier to transfer money from one country to the other. For example, from Sri Lanka to the UK in my case. And let me run through a few of the problems I faced in setting up my HSBC account. Hey, Editor Jaden here, and you're gonna see me a few times throughout this video because I didn't plan my video. Don't be like me. But what I want to add is that in order for you to set up a bank account, you're going to need a letter from your university stating that you're a fully registered student of the university. And in order to get that letter, you need to go through the entire registration process and obtain your student card as well as your BRP or biometric residence permit. That's the thing that allows you to live in the UK. So, in other words, you can't set up your bank account before going through the entire registration process during Freshers Week of university. If you're a Sri Lankan at the time of recording of this video, which is July 2020, the government prohibits you from transferring a lot of money abroad because of our economic situation. And that poses a lot of challenges when you're trying to open up a bank account in a different country, and especially since there's a lot of money involved in university stuff and you're going to have to transfer a lot of money abroad. It's going to be really tricky. It took me about 3 weeks to set up my account, which is quite a long time, whereas my friends from like India and other places took like a week or less to get everything set up. And they're going to be asking you a hell of a lot of questions if you're Sri Lankan about where you make your money and where it comes from and all that, just to make sure that everything's legit. I mean, I suppose it is necessary from a security point of view, but it was a long process, and I found that pretty annoying when I see my friends who made appointments to make bank accounts way after me get their cards way before me. And after you do set up your account, everything is basically seamless. You're not going to face any more problems. But if you don't want to go through that initial process, I suggest you go with another bank like Barclays or Santander, which many of my friends have chosen, and they've had pretty positive outcomes. And I opted to have a second bank account in the UK, which is called Monzo. If you're someone who's living outside the UK, you probably never heard of it before. But what Monzo basically is it's a virtual bank. They don't have any physical locations other than a head office in London, so they don't have any ATMs and so on. And what you basically do is you take money from one account and transfer it to your Monzo account. And another benefit of having the Monzo account is that while you're carrying your card, let's say it just gets stolen or something happens and it gets in the wrong hands, you're only going to lose whatever money you transferred into your account that week. So in my worst case scenario, I'll lose £70. And whatever is in your main bank account will be fine because you can have that card elsewhere or whatever. Your card is connected to the Monzo app, and one thing to note is Monzo's customer service is amazing. For example, it took 2 weeks or yeah, about 2 or 3 weeks for my HSBC card to arrive, whereas Monzo literally sent it in a little over 24 hours. But keep in mind that you should set up your Monzo account after you set up your HSBC account, because one of my friends had a problem where HSBC denied his application just because he has a Monzo account. Why? I have no clue, but they did it. So if I open up the app over here, the first thing you see is obviously the different cards you have and how much money you have in your account. That's pretty standard. But where Monzo really shines is up here. You can set a budget for every single aspect of your life. So if I go up here, I can add £20 a month for eating out or £5 for entertainment, and I can even change however much I want to spend every month or every week. So Monzo works on cycles. You can set your budgets to reset every month, every week, every year, whatever you want. I prefer every week because it's easier to handle that way. And I've set, in my case, £70 a week that I'm allowed to spend. Obviously, if you want to spend more than that, you can, but this is just a guideline to make sure you don't spend more than you intend to. So, like I said, different aspects of your life, you can set budgets for them. For example, I have £30 for groceries, I can either add or reduce that. And the other thing about Monzo is that you can visualize exactly how much you spend every week. So if I go up here, I can scroll down to the last place. For example, I've spent £58.93 on the last week of January, £77.58 on the first week of February, and £77.3 on the second week of February. These are just random values for Sheffield, and obviously, depending on where you're going, it's going to change pretty significantly. And these are just there for your reference. But my point is that you can basically visualize everything. So in green is the amount of money that's coming into your account versus red is the amount of money that's going out of your account. And right here it shows how much of your budget you have left. Currently I have 70 out of £70 for this week because I'm not in England, I'm in Sri Lanka, my home country, and I don't use my Monzo account here. You can also change your PIN directly from the app. I'm not sure if I can do that on my HSBC. I don't think so. I think you need to write a formal letter and so on. I can freeze my card and check all my expenditure, all that just from the app. And it's really helpful because it gives you a warning when you're close to your budget every week, and it really makes you think about spending more than what you have, and it makes it a really intuitive experience so that you make sure you stay under your limit. So these are some of the features in the Monzo app that have helped me personally, because I know a lot of my friends use this technique and it helps them out as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did like it, do like it, subscribe, do whatever. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next one.